So we are going to discuss about the fundamental unit of life, the cell. So we are revising this chapter once again. So you all know that how the cell appears and what are the organelles which are present inside the cell. So what is actually a cell is? A cell is the fundamental unit of life, and it is the structural and functional unit of life. Okay, because the whole body is made up of cells. There are so many minute cells which combine together to form tissues. We all know that all the tissues, they combine together to make organs, and organs, they combine to make the organ systems, and then a complete human being. In a complete human being, there are so many organs, there are so many tissues, isn't it? So our body is organized in a very well manner. So for this purpose, the cells are used. They are performing so many types of functions. So that's why a cell is known as a fundamental unit of life. So we have discussed about the basic structure of this cell. Once again, children, I'll admit everyone. They can also join in here the class. So this is the structure of the cell, and there are so many organelles which are being arranged inside this cell. So all these organelles are being embedded inside the cell. They are being floating inside the cell with the help of the liquid. Inside the liquid, there is a liquid which is present inside this cell, which is called as the cytoplasm. So the liquid material which is there inside the cell is called as the cytoplasm. So it's not actually the liquid, it is like a jelly. It's a jelly-like substance. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance in which all the organelles are present. So here are the organelles: mitochondria, lysosome, nucleolus, nucleus. Nucleus has again, usually the nucleus is present in the middle of the cell, and inside this nucleus, nucleolus is present, and it is covered by a nuclear membrane. And we all know that the nucleus contains the DNA, which is the genetic material, which is in the form of strands. The chromosomes are also present inside the nucleus, the chromatin material. So everything is there. They are covered by a nuclear membrane, and inside it, the nucleolus is present. So here are ribosomes, which are being scattered in this cytoplasm. So usually ribosomes are the sites for protein synthesis. We all know that. And even ribosomes also present attached to the endoplasmic reticulum also. So there are again two parts in this endoplasmic reticulum. There is SER and RER. We can see. So this SER is the, what is SER and RER?
RER means rough and plasma.
Smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum.
Yes, good. So it's really good to hear from you that you remember. Okay. So the functions of this endoplasmic reticulum is they are the sites of protein synthesis. The ribosomes are also present attached to these endoplasmic reticulum. So usually we find this endoplasmic reticulum attached to a cell organelle. What is that cell organelle to which endoplasmic reticulum is attached? To which organelle is endoplasmic reticulum attached? Can anyone? It is being attached here. To which organelle it is being attached? You can see it on the screen. To which it is being attached here. What is this? What is this? Yes, you can see the name here. What is this organelle? It is the nucleus. So endoplasmic reticulum is attached to the nucleus. Okay. So here this is the cytoplasm, which is being dispersed inside the cell. And here you can see the mitochondria. What is mitochondria called as? It is the
Powerhouse of the cell, ma'am.
good. It is the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, and this here, the structure you can see, this is the Golgi apparatus. And the outer membrane, which is covered. The cell is protected by a cell membrane. And here are the centrioles. Children, there is a difference between the plant cell and animal cell. So can you just name any few differences between plant and animal cell? What is the difference? What are the organelles which are there in the plant cell and which are not present in the animal cell?
Ma'am, large vocal is present, ma'am.
Yes, good. And a few organelles which are there in plant cell, which are not there in animal cell.
Ma'am, cell wall.
Yes, cell wall is present in plant cell. Good. And a few more differences. Why plant cell is green in color?
Ma'am, because chlorophyll is present, ma'am.
What are the
Ma'am,
organelles which are
plastids are
responsible?
present, ma'am.
What is the organelle which is responsible for that green color? What is the organelle which is present in the inside the plant cell?
Ma'am, plastids.
What is the organ which is responsible for photosynthesis? For the green color? Chloroplast, isn't it? Chloroplasts are there in the plant cell, which are not present in animal cell. So the green color is there because of chloroplast. Okay, we'll discuss once again about the differences, and even I'll give you a clear idea about plant cell and animal cell also. So we'll go through this animal cell first, and we'll see in detail about all these organelles, children. So here, if we see the living organisms, they are made up of the fundamental unit of life, which is called as cell. Before starting this, students, I just want you to inform your friends also, because this chapter we are repeating again, we are revising again. It will not be revised again and again. So please, your presence is important in this class. Are everyone present? If anyone are missing, please inform them. Yeah, so we'll go through the cell. So what is actually the cell? Cell is a fundamental unit of life. Cell, the word cell, it is in the Latin. It is a Latin word which is called as a little room. So Robert Hooke, he first saw the cell. It is called as a little room, and he named it as a little room. In which thing he first saw this cell? He saw he kept a small part under a microscope. So what is that thing which he took to see under a microscope? Can anyone just tell me?
Compound microscope.
Yeah, he saw it under a microscope. But what is the thing in which he saw? What was that thing? In a cork. He saw it in a cork. He first saw under a microscope. He kept the cork. What is the cork? It is the bark of a tree. It is a small piece of a bark of a tree. It is the hard part. Bark of a tree is nothing but the hard part, which is the outer covering, the brown color part, the dried part, which you can see, or the green color outer part of the tree. So he took a small part of the cork. Usually a cork is the thing, it's a wooden structure which is present. Wooden cork is nothing but it is the cap which is being used in the olden days. It is used as the bottle cap. because plastic was not being there in the olden days. It was not invented yet. So they used to cover the bottle with a wooden cap. So it was made by the bark of a tree. So he has seen this cork, a thin slice of this cork he kept under a microscope and he saw it. So what he has seen, what he has observed under a microscope, he saw that there are small little rooms, just like a honeycomb. You have seen the honeycomb? So
Yes,
how
ma'am.
this honeycomb looks like, there are so many small holes in that. So he assumed that small holes as rooms. So he named it as cells. Then he named that small rooms as cells. He used the word cell to describe these small rooms, to describe these rooms. So the study of this is called as, the study of cell is called as cell biology. Okay, is this clear? Study of cell
Yes,
is
ma'am.
called as cell biology. So then just tell me, what is the study of tissues then? The study of tissues. We all know that cells all together, kept together, they form tissues. So study of separate cell is called as cell biology. Then the study of tissues is called as,
Ma'am, histology.
yes, histology. Good. Okay, so here we are going through this cell now. So under a microscope, a compound microscope. So what does this compound microscope? It consists of a eyepiece, objective lens, and condenser to observe the cell. After putting a drop of saffron for a plant cell, when we are just seeing a plant cell, take a thin slice of a plant cell, then keep it on a slide, keep a few drops of saffron in, and methyl blue for animal cell. We use methyl blue. It's we use these to see clearly the cells, because usually the cells, if we put on a slide, then they'll be colorless. So to see it, we use these agents, these coloring agents. They give color to these cells. So we use saffron for plant cell and we use methylene blue for animal cell to observe it under a microscope. Then these organelles, if they become colored, we can see it clearly under a microscope. Okay. So here, the scientist, after seeing this colored pictures, colored view of these cells under a microscope, they have just separated all these organelles. They have given the names that they appear like this. Now we are able to see them. We are able to recognize all these organelles. So the scientist Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, he saw the free living cells which are moving. He saw it in the pond water. He saw the free living cells in the pond water. So what are those free living cells which he have seen? Paramecium, and they were freely moving in the pond cell. So he has seen it under a microscope. So again, after seeing this, he has discovered, he has just given that the living cells, they are of free moving. There are plant cell and animal cells. He has differentiated the cells. Okay, he has differentiated again about the amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism. So after seeing these cells, he has again differentiated the cells as unicellular and multicellular. There are few living cells which are originated from only a single cell. For example, amoeba. And there are so many multicellular organisms also which have so many cells in them. Like for example, the human being, we also have so many cells in us, isn't it? Are we a unicellular organism? Are we unicellular or multicellular? We are multicellular because we are made up of so many cells. Okay, so Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, is also known as the father of microbiology. So the scientist Robert Brown, he discovered the nucleus in the cell. So what are the functions of nucleus, children? What are the functions of nucleus in the cell? First, who discovered this nucleus? Robert Brown. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. And in the middle of the cell, you can find this nucleus. And what are the functions of this nucleus? Yes,
Ma'am, it is
anyone?
called as brain of cell, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Robert Brown has discovered the nucleus in the cell. You all know where the nucleus is present. And can you just tell me what are the functions of this nucleus? Tell me the functions. What do this nucleus perform? What is the importance of this nucleus inside the cell?
Ma'am, nucleus plays an important role in cellular reproduction, in which a cell divides to form new cells, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the
Good.
form of meiosis and mitosis, ma'am. The
Yes.
cell will divide.
Yes,
What are the different parts of this nucleus?
Ma'am, nucleoplasm, nuclear membrane,
Yes.
and genetic material, DNA.
Okay, good. So where is this DNA present inside the nucleus? Is it dispersed or is it present inside the nucleolus? Or is it present loosely?
Ma'am, it is present in the nucleoplasm, ma'am.
How it is? Is it loosely present or it is bind with something?
Ma'am, it is bind with chromatin material.
Okay. Usually the DNA, it is the double-stranded material which is being oiled. So its structure I have already given to you. So this nucleus, it's clear about this nucleus. In this further in this lesson, we'll discuss about each and every organelle separately. So if you remember, I even have showed you the video about all these organelles. I just want to show you once again to have a clear idea about this topic. I'll just share that video with you. 1 second, children.
Welcome to a guided tour of a factory. In this tour, you will explore the factory and find out.
Are you able to hear it properly?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Welcome to a guided tour of a factory. In this tour, you will explore the factory and find out how it works. This is the protective boundary wall of the factory. As you move in, you find yourself in the main work area. That's the control room. Everything is managed from here. Don't miss the power station. It keeps the factory running. This is where all the work is done on machines. Did you know that just like this factory, there are tiny factories in our bodies as well? Now, sit back and take a trip of the factory running in our bodies. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the parts of a cell, identify different cell organelles, and differentiate between plant and animal cells. Hi, I'll be your guide through the rest of the tour. Did you know that the cell is the fundamental and structural unit of life? Take a look at this generalized eukaryotic cell. You will come across the plasma membrane, the cytoplasm, and the nucleus in a eukaryotic cell. Look at the cell. Notice the cell wall. The cell wall is the outermost covering which is non-living and rigid. It is seen only in a plant cell. It separates the cell contents from the surroundings and gives shape and protection to the cell. It is composed of cellulose and is permeable. Let's take a closer look at the next membrane called the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. It is a living membrane made of lipoproteins. The plasma membrane is selectively permeable as it allows the movement of some substances in and out of the cell. That's my selectively permeable plasma membrane. I'll show you the different ways in which substances move through it. There is spontaneous movement of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration to form homogeneous solutions through diffusion. The diffusion of solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from a region of low concentration to high concentration is called osmosis. Let's try this out. See what happens when the cell is placed in salt solution. One of three things could happen now. If the medium surrounding the cell has a higher water concentration than the cell gains water by osmosis and swells. Such a solution is known as hypertonic solution. If the medium has the same water concentration as the cell, there is no net movement of water through the membrane and the cell stays the same size. Such a solution is known as an isotonic solution. If the medium has a lower concentration of water than the cell loses water by osmosis and then shrinks. Such a solution is known as hypertonic solution. When the cell loses water through osmosis, the cell contents shrink away.
You all are understanding it? Function. What is this function of the fat cell, children? What is the function of this fat cell?
Ma'am, to store fats, ma'am.
To store fats. So even these cells also have nucleus. You can see this picture. I'll just increase it in size. Just wait 1 second. You can see it. Okay. So you can see it. It also have the nucleus in the middle. So these are the fat cells. So here you can see the blood cells also, and even the smooth muscle cells. So where we can find the smooth muscle cell, children? Where we can find the smooth muscles? Where are they? Where is its location in your body? Smooth muscles. Yes, anyone?
In the muscle?
Yeah, which type of muscle? Where its location?
Ma'am, intestine.
Okay, yes, stomach also. Stomach is made up of smooth
Stomach
muscles.
and intestine, ma'am.
Yeah, stomach and intestine. Good. Okay. So it's clear about the blood cell. We all know that where the blood cells are there, they are present in the bloodstream. Okay. And if you see the type of cell, coming to type of cells, children, there are unicellular and multicellular. So some organisms are constituted by a single cell. They are made up of a single cell. So these organisms are called as unicellular, which are made up of a single cell. I'll show you the example for that. A single cell organism. Here you can see a few examples of single cell. These are unicellular, made up of only a single cell. amoeba and paramecium. So this amoeba is made up of a single cell. So here you can see the different parts of this amoeba. It has a pseudopodia, food vacuole, nucleus, nuclear membrane, endoplasm, ectoplasm, contractile vacuole. So we all have learned already about the functions of amoeba, how it takes place, how the nutrition takes place in amoeba. In your lower classes, you have already learned it. So we were talking about the unicellular and multicellular organisms. So the examples for this is amoeba and paramecium. And now coming to multicellular. Some organisms are constituted by many cells. They are made up of so many cells. They are called as multicellular. Because of the complexity of the organism, they are classified into multicellular and unicellular. Like for example, yourself, your body is made up of so many cells and so many organs. Depending on the functions you perform, you are eating, and for that purpose you need to digest it, and for the digestion purpose you need a well organized, well developed stomach you have, and you carry out, your body carries out respiration also, and for that purpose you need specialized organs for respiration. For that respiration purpose, what are the organelles which are included in your respiratory system? Can anyone just answer me? What are the organs which perform the respiration process? Yes? Have you understood my question?
No.
No. What are the organs which help for respiration? What are the organs which are included in the respiratory system of our body? What are the organs which help you to respire, to breathe? What are the organs which are included in your respiratory tract? Yes? Yes, boys. Give me the answer.
What, ma'am?
What are the organs which are there in your respiratory system, which help you to respire, to breathe? You take in oxygen and you give out carbon dioxide, isn't it? Yes, good. Lungs. Lungs help us. So there are specific organs which help us to do specific functions like respiration. You told that lungs help us. These are the organs. And now for digestion, you even carry out digestion process. You feel hungry. You want to eat something. You need energy. For the sake of energy, you have to eat something. And when you're eating, your food needs to be digested. And for the digestion process, you want some organs. There are specialized organs which perform different functions of digestion, like stomach, intestines. So inside the stomach, the stomach carries out, your stomach carries out the function of digestion. And there are so many enzymes which help us to carry the function of digestion, isn't it? Your salivary glands help secrete saliva inside your mouth. They help to mix the food, and the partial digestion, it takes place inside your mouth itself with the help of saliva, which is secreted by the salivary glands, which are present inside your mouth. Okay, so the food is mixed completely with the help of saliva, and it is being pushed into your stomach. Okay, so after this, the process of digestion starts inside your stomach. So without going in detail about, we are going out of the topic actually. So we are talking about the different functions of the organs here. So there are specialized organs which carry out different functions, like kidneys. They are present in the excretory system. They are again different. So there are so many organs here. Coming to the point, multicellular. Because of that, they come under, we human beings, we come under multicellular organisms. Okay, children. So here I think it's clear about the unicellular and multicellular. Okay. So here if you see, inside a single tiny minute cell, there are so many organelles which are present. We are going out of time now. Time is very less, only 2 minutes left. So we are going to discuss about the organelles. So there are so many cell organelles which are present inside a tiny cell. So here are the few organelles which are being named here. The nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria, lysosomes, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, ER, which is again divided into SER and RER also. We are going to discuss it further in our lesson. Plastids, cell wall, Golgi apparatus. So I'm going to discuss about each and every cell organelle in detail in our class, which I'm going to take tomorrow again, okay? At the same time, we will discuss it in detail about all these organelles are arranged in this manner inside a cell, okay? All these organelles are there. If you just see it, so we are going to discuss it in detail about what are the different functions of all these organelles, which is there in your topic, which is the fundamental unit of life. Okay? Any doubt, children, in this?
No, ma'am.
So just go
Ma'am, can
through.
you keep the one this slide, ma'am? Cell organelle slide.
Oh, video you're talking about?
No, ma'am. Slide, ma'am. Cell organelles, all types.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. Yes. This one?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I think I have, if I have missed something, I'll just add in it, okay? Yes, so this is a picture. Don't worry, I'll just forward this slides to you, this PowerPoint presentation. I already have sent you, I think you all have it. But I'll just send it once again. Don't worry,
Okay,
I'll even provide all the videos to you. Okay, children. See you tomorrow.
Bye,
Okay, ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay, bye, children.